This is not financial advice. Consult your financial advisor should you need financial advice. Crypto Excel. All right, guys. So, Bitcoin is currently mooning. We have not sold our bags. We're just enjoying the ride. And where it takes us, right? So, currently, we're at 45,800, roughly. It looks like we're going to be going back to that 49K. If I was just guessing, it looks like we're going to attempt to knock on the door again around here. At this point, we'll probably have a pullback, and the pullback I don't think would be as steep as before. Again, I'm just letting you know what I think is going to happen. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. No one can predict the market short term that accurately. What I will say though is that it's clear that we're in a bull run, and pullbacks are for buying the dips. My Patreons were buying the dips. We're in tremendous amounts of profit right now, and we're going to continue to ride this market and continue to buy the dips. When these dips occur, it's important to know which coins to get into and why to get into them. A lot of the coins that I've been looking at are IDO and private sale access coins, right? Because during the bull run, it's going to be impossible to acquire a decent tier in these coins. $100 of allocation in the peak bull market could turn into $10,000. It's happened before, and it's possible that it happens again. So I'm not going to wait until peak bull market to see if IDOs are going to take off, if we're going to start getting 100Xs, and at that point decide to buy, and then I get like $10 allocation for like $20,000 invested. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna acquire these projects when they're at a discount, when no one cares, right? And the Patreons have been getting buy alerts. They've been getting buy alerts throughout all of these dips, so they're at a tremendous advantage, whereas the average retailer is not doing what I'm doing, right? And that's what the Patreon said. They said yay, right? So the average retailer is not doing what I'm doing, and that's going to be the difference between getting a 7x this bull market and getting a 50x or some disordinate, unconscionable, unbelievable, ridiculous amount of return. Something that if you tell someone that I 50x my portfolio, they wouldn't even believe you. They'll just look at you like, nah, there's no way. And then you're gonna be like, yeah, and I'm moving. It was nice knowing you're moving. But to get back into where the market's going, we're approaching 46K, and we're about 2 months away from the halving, right? We're in early February. The halving is in April. So what can happen from here? Again, I have to preference everything with probabilities, right? Because again, the 4-year cycle, there's usually a pullback that's a little bit more steep than what we've seen. That all being said, I am considering the ETF's catalyst. I am a chartologist. right? I follow the charts. I'm not the best chart expert, but I'm decent. I'm reasonable, right? I see the market going up to the right. I'm like, oh, it's a bull market. Um, okay, according to the charts, there's usually a pullback around a 40% pullback right before the halving, right around the time of the halving. So far, we have not seen that pullback. There's a catalyst present that was not present before in the three prior bull markets, and that is the ETFs. The ETFs allow billions, hundreds of billions of dollars to flow into crypto, in particular Bitcoin. There are a few Bitcoin ETFs that are already out that's allowing money to funnel in. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, they were selling their Bitcoin, and this was suppressing the market. They're no longer selling as much Bitcoin as they were selling before. So what this does is it alleviates selling pressure, and you keep the extra buying pressure that we have from the ETFs. And now I believe that's why we're starting to see Bitcoin move up. And if this continues the way how it's continuing, we might head into the Bitcoin halving, breaking the 618, breaking the 49K. And if that happens, well, the Bitcoin price could go quite high, because we still have another 2 years of bull market, according to the cycle, because the cycle dictates that Q4 of 2025 will be the end of this bull market. Now, should we see something different than we've seen before, meaning that we break all-time highs earlier than expected, meaning earlier than Q4 or Q3 this year, earlier than Q4 this year, if we start heading towards 70K before September of this year, then that would mean that things have changed, and now we will be entering uncharted territory. But I'm not calling it until it happens, right? I'm just saying that it's a probability, because if we breach 49K before April, and it looks like we're about to do that. If we do that before April, if we continue on this projection without a serious pullback, then it is quite probable that we hit 70K before the end of Q3 2024. So before the end of September, it's possible. And if that happens, your altcoin bags they'll be doing backflips. It'll be completely ridiculous, right? And you'll be happy if you were able to get into all of these launchpad projects that my Patreons have been getting into. These people are smart, and they know it's better to join a Patreon that's practically free and to get a competitive advantage, because you might not have 4 hours a day to read telegrams and look projects up and do all of this research, because life is busy. But that's my take on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is doing quite well, and Bitcoin is the king, and it propels the rest of the market, right? So we know the Bitcoin IDOs are going to pump Bitcoin, but another thing we have to consider is the precedence that this sets for IDOs in general. I said IDO, I meant ETF. The Bitcoin ETF is pumping Bitcoin, but because the ETFs were accepted for Bitcoin, means that the next round of ETFs, which are the Ethereum ETFs, is a high possibility that these end up getting improved also. So currently Ethereum is getting kicked in the face. It's not really performing as well as Bitcoin. I think it is at 2,400 something now, which is starting to wake up. But an easy play, a low risk, high reward play, not financial advice. Do your research. But a low risk, high reward play, in my opinion, would be Ethereum, because the Ethereum ETFs are going to be next up to bat, and it's currently at a discount while the market's not paying attention to it. Everyone hates Ethereum. It's clunky, it's slow, it has high gas fees. But a second an ETF gets approved, Ethereum is going to skyrocket. So that seems to me to be a very easy 4x in a short period of time, within a few months. But what's more important to us is the catalyst that this brings to the altcoins, because once Ethereum starts mooning, that's where you get a 10x from your altcoins. And now if you're looking at the coins that I in particular are looking to, the amount of X's here again are going to be unreasonable. What's about to happen within the next year to year and a half is going to be unimaginable. It's going to be completely ridiculous. Now, if we look at the market and we look at how the market is performing, this new coin Orange, it's on BRC20, it's on Bitcoin. The BRC20 narrative is a narrative to pay attention to, because this 5x in 7 days, right? So that's a good narrative to look at. And I'll be bringing more BRC20 content. I'll be bringing more BRC20 content to the channel. Some Bitcoin content, right? If we look at what coins are currently on a discount, we have a lot, right? And well, if we talk about the coins that are on discount, there's Hello Labs, and there's Cap Gains, and there's Drive. I would say the first one, Hello Labs, is down 19%, 18.5%, and that's because the show is premiering, and crypto is buy the rumor, sell the news. So since the show is premiering, a lot of people are dumping their bags because they don't want to hold to see how well the show is going to do or not. They're in profit and they want to take their profits. I consider this a buying opportunity because I think Hello has a very strong narrative. There are a lot of YouTube influencers that are on the show, and they'll be promoting the show to help to promote their brand. So to me, this is a nice bet to get into, where this is probably going to do well, and the downside is probably not going to be as high. So I would buy it on a discount. Cap Games is currently down 14%. I think that's a good buy too. Drive is down 13%. That's another discount. What else do we have? Wojak, I'll wait for this to bleed some more before I get any. Ujamu is on a discount, 10%. That's a good one to have. Open Fabric AI. Now, here's a gem. If I would continue to accumulate this throughout the next few months, because I think this is going to blow up, right? And also Lancera down here at 8%. That's a good bargain too. But all I can say is you're not too late. You're seeing Bitcoin at 46,200, and you're like, man, I should have bought back here with Crypto Excel and the Patreons. What am I doing? I know you're seeing this, but the coins I just mentioned to you are still at a discount, and the altcoins have not completely gone bananas yet, except the ones that I talk about. But there are a lot of them that are still at a discount, like I just mentioned to you. But pay attention to what's going on in the market. I will be coming out with a lot of content. You don't worry about it. I'm going to be bringing you the projects that people are not talking about yet, and I'm going to show you how to get in. None of this is financial advice. This is a documentary where you could watch my journey, and you can see what I'm doing. And the Patreons get to find out earlier, and they get to find out at exactly when I buy and at what prices. So that's it for me. I will be catching you at the top. Shout out to the Patreons. More buy alerts are coming, and a whole lot more alpha. All right? So you guys take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Be good.